What's up, motherfuckers? It's the hater back again with our Monday Night Raw review up in this piece. You know what I'm saying, dog? Anyways, it's been a quiet couple of days for the hater. A lot of videos are coming soon. Best believe that, motherfucks. But let's start off with this one. I'm gonna start let's talk about something else real fast. Before we talk about subscribers, you know what I mean? I'm gonna do a thing where I talk about wrestling news every once in a while, because there's a lot of things that I don't capture with just these reviews or 25 reasons why things suck. So, for example, I'm going to talk about Matt Hardy potentially going to A-Dub. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'll talk about that in that specific video. For now, we'll talk about the things that we like to talk about here, which is Monday Night Raw review. But before we do that, as usual, we have to go and look at our subscribers, motherfuckers. Our subscribers. I got to scroll back down because it's been a few days since I did this. So let's see where we have this. Oh, God. MW comments that Ric Flair drip song is trash. Is it? Is it really? Ric Flair drip go woo on a bitch. You understand me? I love that song. Well, I don't really love it, but you know what I mean. All right. Let's see here. Going up. All right. New subscriber, Dangerous Bro Joe. Dangerous Bro Joe up in this bitch. Welcome, Dangerous Bro Joe. Actually, one of my good friends from law school named Joe texted me today. I haven't spoken to him in a few months. Nice guy. So that's the second Joe that I'm dealing with today. And that's kind of nice. I like that. What else we got? We got, looks like Dangerous Bro Joe unsubscribed and then subscribed again 2 days later. Make up your mind, Dangerous Bro Joe. We don't have time for this bullshit. And right above him, Anthony Warren says, hater is synonymous with loser. Shut up, nerd, with your little bullshit little action figure avatar. Go fuck yourself. How about that? New subscriber, Jay's Production. Welcome, Jay's Production. I like your avatar. It's like a weird evil thing with crossed out eyes. I like it, motherfucker. Then we got new subscriber, Zooweezy BW. Zooweezy. I like that name, man. Zooweezy. It's just cool. Then we have Dante Trice with 2 apostrophes. Welcome, Dante Trice. All right. And then, I don't know, never heard of this guy before, William Nimbach. He's left a couple of comments, so maybe he's a new subscriber too, because sometimes I don't see who the subscribers are, so we have to go with what we know, motherfucks. So anyways, let's get this show on the road. All right, first match was a triple threat match. It was originally scheduled to be Orton versus AJ Styles, but Drew McIntyre came out and made it a triple threat. All right, the one good thing about this match is the fact that Drew McIntyre finally had a match that was not against a jobber. You know, that's one good thing about this Raw, was that the things that happened were not too jobberish, you know. And I didn't really take notes. I watched Raw, but I didn't take notes. So I'm going off of the Raw results here. So if I miss something or if I say something out of order, forgive me, and then also go fuck yourselves. You understand? The match was actually pretty good. It served a purpose. You know, I always talk about how matches nowadays don't serve a purpose. This match served a purpose, right? This is a very good way to put forward the dynamics of the Royal Rumble, right? A Royal Rumble match, for those of you that don't know, right, is often won, or people are often eliminated by opportunistic superstars who do opportunistic things. You know what I mean? And the way that this match ended was Randy Orton and AJ Styles were busy trying to one-up each other. Randy Orton hit AJ Styles with the Styles Clash. And you heard that right, motherfuckers. Randy Orton did the Styles Clash and AJ Styles. And then eventually Orton hits AJ Styles with an RKO with the 3 most destructive letters. The RKO turns around, gets Claymore in the face, and Drew McIntyre pins AJ, right? The implicit storyline here is that while Randy Orton and AJ Styles are busy with their little bullshit feud, someone like Drew McIntyre is focused on winning, right? And in this match, this means nothing, right? Because it's a bullshit throwaway triple threat match. But the implications are that if something like this were to happen during the Rumble, imagine if these were the 3 last men, right? Randy Orton and AJ Styles are busy trying to one up each other and do bullshit things. Drew McIntyre can sneak in and get the victory and go to WrestleMania for the title, right? That's the implication here. Then the next match we had, I don't remember if the Brock Lesnar thing happened before or after this, but there was a match. It was Ricochet versus Rojo Molly. Rojo Molly. Fuck it. Rojo Molly, motherfuckers. So Ricochet won with the 630. Complete waste of time. During the Drew McIntyre match, I started thinking to myself, like, why would anyone like Ricochet when you have Drew McIntyre? You know what I mean? Like, you have, like honestly, what's more entertaining? Ricochet doing a bunch of bullshit flips or Drew McIntyre just picking up and throwing people? You know, honestly, like, realistically, what's more impressive? You know? Then we had, I believe the next segment was a Brock Lesnar segment. This segment was awesome, and I'll explain why. Brock Lesnar and Heyman came out. Heyman started doing his shtick. By the way, the crowd was awesome tonight. It was in Kentucky. I've been to Kentucky only once, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm a big fan of Kentucky now based on this crowd. And based on my time in Kentucky, which was more of just a drive through Kentucky, let's be real. But that's what it was. I like Kentucky. So Brock and Paul Heyman came out. Paul Heyman started doing his shtick, made fun of the fans, and then they chanted his name, and he was like, what are you people, idiots? You know, I make fun of you, and you chant my name? What a bunch of morons, right? So that was kind of cool. And then the fans started booing him, you know? And immediately, almost, as the fans started booing him, Brock Lesnar walks out of the ring. This was great. This shows that Brock Lesnar understands wrestling, right? Because people, like, they're booing Paul Heyman because they want to be part of the show. But a real heel thing to do would be to do what Brock Lesnar did, which is take that opportunity to just walk out. You know what I mean? Just walk out. Just pretty much tell people, oh, you want to see a heel? I'll show you motherfuckers a heel, right? He just walks out, right? But of course, this was like a fake walkout. They eventually came back into the ring, and Paul Heyman cut the same promo he's been cutting for like 10 years, which is Brock Lesnar is the best, and Lesnar is going to win the Rumble, right? And at some point, Paul Heyman uses the word truth. He's like, well, the truth is, and then R-Truth comes out. You know what I mean? So R-Truth comes out, and that was it was a fun little segment. You know, R-Truth was like, you called me out, Paul, and R-Truth declares himself for the Rumble, and then undeclares himself when he understands that Brock Lesnar is going to be in the Rumble, not Paul Heyman, right? So Truth is having fun. Brock Lesnar clotheslines and F5s him. That was great. We cut the commercial. We come back from commercial. R-Truth is being like, you know, walked back. Mojo Rawley attacks him, pins him. New 24/7 champion, Mojo Rawley, motherfuckers. Or as I like to call him, Rojo Molly. Right? Next, we had Lashley and Rusev in a throwaway match. Lashley wins after a spear that was quote-unquote caused by the distraction of Lana and Liv Morgan on the outside. It really wasn't caused by that. It was just a spear, right? But they want to like push this forward, right? It's the most ridiculous thing ever. It's run its course multiple times over, in my opinion. But yet we still have to deal with things like Lashley and Rusev. Now, as I'm making this video just now, I'm thinking about various things that have happened in wrestling that I need to talk about. So my plan was to do the video tomorrow, but it's already late. So I'm going to do it today, motherfuckers. I'm going to do it tonight up in this bitch. So stay tuned for that. This is a very useless message because most of you are probably asleep. And the few that are going to probably watch it tonight would probably stay up anyways. You know, if you're not asleep now, you probably going to stay up. So go fuck yourselves. Next up, we have the Viking Raiders. They came out, did an open challenge. This is actually appropriate because the Viking Raiders, after beating jobbers for weeks, they beat all their challengers, right? They beat the only team that beat them, the Good Brothers, Hot Carl, motherfuckers, and Luke Gallows, and the Street Profits. So this was nice, you know. As you can see, I kind of enjoyed this episode of Raw, so I'm not talking that much shit. But don't worry, motherfuckers. If you don't hear a lot of shit in this video, the next video about wrestling news, oh boy, you're gonna love that one, motherfuckers. So, anyways, yeah, it was the Singh brothers came out. I like the Singh brothers. I'm gonna be the first to say it. I like them, man. These guys are fun. Like they come out, they're two Indian dudes, right? And I mean, they have like an Indian stereotype gimmick, but it's like a very specific stereotype, you know, it's like they're Bollywood actors. So it's not really like this like Indian stereotype. It's like they're like cool Indians, you know, which I like because a lot of times like ethnic wrestlers, let's use the word ethnic. Ethnic wrestlers have these like very boring stereotypes, you know, like the serious Indian, or like, even that for a while, Jinder Mahal was like the guru, Jinder Mahal, the guru, Sanjay Dutt. You know what I mean? Like when Sanjay Dutt in TNA started becoming the guru, I thought it was going to be like a parody. No, he actually started being like a weird guru type. It was really stupid. So anyways, I like the Bollywood boys, or the Singh brothers, whatever they're called. And they, of course, got squashed by the Viking Raiders. Typical Viking Raiders bullshit. Then we had Becky Lynch and Asuka signing the contract. I'm not going to lie, I skipped through most of this. Asuka spat on Becky Lynch. She used a backy tabacky. She did the Asian mist on Becky Lynch, and this is ridiculous, right? Because this entire storyline is just Asuka's just there, right? This is like if they could book Becky Lynch to just go in the ring and take a shit, they would do that. You know, this is what this is, right? Asuka serves no purpose here. Her entire role is just to be this like foil to Becky Lynch overcoming yet another odd, right? So what the fuck, man? People love Becky Lynch, but they hate Cena. She's the female Cena. It's the same exact thing, you know? She's like, she keeps winning. She keeps main eventing. She's been champion for nearly a year now. And for part of that year, a very short part, albeit, but for part of that year, she was also the SmackDown Women's Champion, you know? She's like, it's ridiculous how much the push that she has gotten. But more on that on the wrestling news second video after this, bitches. So I did not enjoy this contract signing at all, the few seconds that I watched. Then we had a match that I skipped almost entirely. Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy. I'm sick of this. Luckily, I think this is going to be the last we see of this. Aleister Black won again after hitting the Black Mass, right? He hit the Black Mass. He pinned Buddy Murphy. Buddy Murphy didn't kick out, but the ref was like, he kicked out. Obviously, this was a miscue. This led to Buddy Murphy taking another Black Mass while he was on his knees, got pinned, 1, 2, 3. This led to Buddy Murphy being on the outside and being all like dejected and sad that he lost again, right? This was important later on, let's just say. Then we had probably the 13th or 14th consecutive Eric Rowan versus local competitor match. Eric Rowan beat the guy with a giant claw. The thing in the cage bit Eric Rowan, furthering the theory that the thing in the cage is some form of animal. Complete waste of time. This is going to mean absolutely nothing when Eric Rowan like wins a few important matches and then starts jobbing to like, let's see who he would job to. He's going to job to someone on the level of like, not even like a Samoa Joe or Kevin Owens. He'll job to like a Nakamura level type guy, you know, if that person was to be on Raw. Like, he sucks. Eric Rowan sucks. Last, we had an interesting idea, I will say. Rollins and AOP versus Kevin Owens, Joe, and The Big Show in a fist fight. Now, the rules of a fist fight, since this was the first ever, it's basically last man standing rules, except you don't count to 10. It's like when all three people are incapacitated, aka beat up, the match ends. So the way this ended was Owens, Joe, and Big Show were doing just fine. Buddy Murphy was still outside, dejected. Rollins is like, help us, buddy, help us, right? Meanwhile, AOP power bombs Kevin Owens through Samoa Joe through a table. So that takes care of those two assholes. And in the ring, Seth Rollins is getting his ass whooped by Big Show. Buddy Murphy comes in, low blows Big Show, motherfuckers. And then Rollins and Murphy throw Big Show through a table. Rollins goes for the curb stomp, misses. Big Show dispatches everyone. For some reason, Big Show starts climbing the top turnbuckle, but he gets intercepted by AOP who double power bomb him, right? Buddy Murphy picks up Big Show from his head. Rollins stomps him. That's it. Match over. I guess you could say that Buddy Murphy now has aligned himself. He's joined the stable of AOP and Rollins. I don't know. I don't know about this. I'd like to see where this goes. If this is going to like, I mean, I'm talking like long term. Like, this is going to be like the stepping stone for Buddy Murphy to be like IC champ or something, because right thus far, Buddy Murphy has done absolutely nothing important, relevant, or entertaining. So as far as I'm concerned, he can suck a pickle. You know what I mean? So yeah, Royal Rumble's coming up. I believe the Royal Rumble might be, I could be wrong, it might be on the same date as the Super Bowl. Let's check that out. I think it is on the same day as the Super Bowl. Oh no, Super Bowl is February 2nd. Why did I think the Royal Rumble was in February? Royal Rumble was always in January. Yeah, okay, never mind. So they're off by like a week, I think. So yeah, never mind then. You know, I guess the Royal Rumble is going to do just fine. Probably better than AEW, you understand what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm going to cut this video here because I think it's time to talk about the real thing here, the real magnum opus of the week, motherfucks, which is going to be my video on wrestling news, motherfuckers, wrestling news. So stay tuned, bitches.